Hi guys, and good morning from day 2 in New York City. We are passing by Carnegie Hall right now, heading actually to the subway right down here. Dennis and I just had some delicious breakfast in our hotel room because right now we are heading to rehearsal to rehearse for our concert at Carnegie Hall that we're going to be doing here in a couple days. So we just took the metro, one stop adjacent to ours, and I think we're going to go up to the surface, and we're going to, I think, walk a block to another station to transfer lines to head over to where we're having rehearsal for our Carnegie concert. That's very hard to say for some reason, Carnegie concert, because where we're rehearsing is going to be different than when we're actually having the concert, which is at Carnegie Hall. The concert rehearsal, I guess, is over in a church about like a mile and a half away from our hotel, but we'll get there hopefully soon. All right, walked a few blocks out on the surface, now heading back down into the subway. And out of another train, heading up the stairs again. I'm sorry that this video is all over the place and you're probably barely keeping up, because I am too. Travis and Christine are kind of leading the pack here. By the way, Christine's with us. She came in last night. This is Dennis. Christine's up there with Travis. They're really kind of leading the group because Christine used to live here, so she knows exactly where she's going. All right, and now I think we're finally walking to the church that we're having rehearsal. I keep showing this. This is our rehearsal binder with our music in it that we're singing at Carnegie Hall. All right, I think we made it to the church that we're rehearsing in. This is like a random side entrance. So that door led us downstairs and into this very architecturally beautiful rehearsal room. This is our entire choir. This is our group that we're going to be singing in Carnegie Hall with. So this is my mom's church choir, and they allowed guest singers to be sent music to rehearse to then join up with the choir in New York, which is what myself and my brothers and Christine are doing right now. We're on a break. We've been rehearsing for about 2 hours or so, so we're going to get and hit the music here, hit the books again, and continue our rehearsal. Then after this, I don't really know what we're going to be doing, but this is like our first big rehearsal with the group. This is the first time that I've been able to actually sing the music, so it's all kind of coming together. I'm a tenor 1, so I'm hitting those high notes. All right, 3 hours later, we are done with rehearsal. It is now raining, of course. It's a little bit after noon, so I think we're gonna go get some lunch. And by the way, look at this. I'm wearing my Aladdin sweatshirt that I got last night. It's very, very comfy because it's also really cold. Hi.
Hi, having fun.
Are you?
Fun in New York City.
It started to actually legitimately rain as we make our way back to the subway. Right here is the Chrysler Building. So that's kind of a, I don't know, kind of a cool New York City landmark, I think. All right, escaping the rain down into the subway.
This is 51st Street Transit available for the in and Amtrak.
All right, a couple stops later, we are off the subway. I guess heading downstairs to transfer lines. Yep, just transferred trains, and now we're heading up the stairs to head back to the hotel. Hopefully it's not raining as much as it was earlier. That'd be kind of sad and unfortunate. All right, we made it back to the hotel with time to spare. That was a pretty nice trip. It was a little bit easier the return trip than it was earlier because, well, you walked when we went to the hotel, when we went to the rehearsal, right?
It was a long way when we walked.
Yeah, we took the subway. So we are back inside the hotel room, and the plan was just to kind of come up and drop off our stuff and freshen up a little bit and then head back downstairs to rendezvous in the lobby to go get some lunch with everybody. My dad is here because he's not singing with the group, but I think he's coming to the actual concert, but we're picking our dad up and going to get some lunch. Although looking outside, it is just coming down now in terms of rain, so either I'm gonna get wet or I'm going to need to buy an umbrella. I feel very unprepared for this trip. I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. I didn't pack barely any cold clothes, like a jacket, and then apparently it was supposed to rain this trip, and I didn't even look into that and bring a poncho or an umbrella or a rain jacket. So we're heading out for some lunch. It's still kind of sprinkling. I left my jacket back inside, so now I'm wearing my sushi shirt. I don't know where we're going. Travis and Christine are leading us up there. Mom and Dad bringing up the rear in the back. But I am starving. It's 1 o'clock right now. Hey, Mom.
Hey.
You hungry?
Yes, actually, I am quite hungry.
Same. We're heading down into the subway again.
That little scone thing they had in the hotel.
Really?
Yeah.
The free breakfast?
Yeah.
I had the
I guess you get what you pay for, right?
I had a blueberry muffin. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I had it yesterday. That was good, but I didn't see those when I went down this morning. They're out of the banana. So
Oh, I took the last one, I'm sorry.
I got like coffee and a nibble of not much.
Alright, so we are going to catch a metro to Soho for some lunch, as I understand it, which I'm pretty excited. I don't think I've ever been over to that part of Manhattan before. Alright, there goes our metro. We have our little group right here. There's Travis, my mom, my dad. There's Dennis right up there. And then there's Christine right there, of course, Travis's wife. If you didn't know that, now you know that. And now it's raining again. Yay!
We must be on the other side of the world.
Look, it's windy, it's pouring down rain. This is great. So our subway station let out right over there. We came upstairs and it is just pouring down rain. Right now I can actually see my breath, so it's also really cold, so I'm regretting not having a jacket. So right now we're just kind of hanging out, waiting out the rain over here until we can go get some food because we're all really hungry. So we made a run for it regardless of the weather. There's this little place called the Ball Cafe and Falafel. It looks very cramped and small inside, but I think this is where we're gonna have some lunch. Alright, so it's very cramped here, but we all got some food. We got some falafel here, some chicken shawarma, and some baba ganoush, some pita bread here. Everybody has something different and interesting. So this will hopefully hit the spot for a cold, rainy day. Hi, so we're all done with lunch. I have some baklava right here that I'm gonna eat. Oh, that's really good. I'm waiting to do that for 20 minutes.
That baklava.
Yeah, I've been walking around with it for a few blocks. So where we're going right now is the Ghostbusters Firehouse. If my orientation is correct, we just have to go this way for a couple more blocks. Uh-oh, the light is changing. And we'll come across the Ghostbusters Firehouse. Sorry, I'm so cold. I should have brought my jacket. That's really cool up there. You can see the Freedom Tower. I think we're gonna be taking a tour of that one of these days. All right, and here it is. This is the firehouse. The fire station, the headquarters, I guess to say, of the Ghostbusters. This is really cool. I don't know how recent these are, but this is it. This is really cool. It's starting to rain again, so we have to take cover, but this is so cool to see this in real life. At Universal Studios Florida, they have a facade of this right next to the Jimmy Fallon building, which we're actually going to try to go check out that building as well. I wanted to run across the street real quick just to get one last view of it from over here. That is so cool, and just how it's preserved the way that it is, even if the paint is starting to kind of fade away. I don't know if this is it's probably a retouch as old as the movie is, but here it is, the Ghostbuster Headquarters. This is so awesome. So even though it's starting to pick back up again, I've always wanted to see that. That's cool. I'm not like the biggest Ghostbusters fan in the world, but just getting to see stuff like that, not this dumpster, but the firehouse, that was cool. You hanging in there, Mama?
I'm trying.
All right, so.
I feel like a drowned rat right now.
Right? The rain stopped a little bit, but now we're heading back down to the subway to go to a museum. Just hopped off that train right there. Now we're heading down to connect to a different train on a different line to head to another, well, I guess just to head to where we're going, which is the museum. Hey, Dennis, where are we going? What museum?
We're going to the Tenement Museum.
The what?
Tenement Museum.
Oh, that's cool. So we're hopping on this train, and then we'll probably be, I guess, walking to the museum, get out of the rain and the cold for a little bit. You like riding the subway, Dennis?
Shazam.
Shazam?
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
I did.
Really?
There's a subway scene in that movie.
Was it good?
Yeah.
We really need to see Endgame. It technically comes out today. It came out.
Endgame spoilers in the comments.
Oh, please don't. The premiere was last night, but today it officially comes out, which is why I'm kind of glad that I got myself some shawarma. Oh, he made it. The stairs of the subway are no joke. At least it's not raining anymore, right?
Yeah, at least we came to the non-raining side of town now.
Yeah. Where's Dennis? Oh, he's over there. All right, so we made it to the Tenement Museum. It tells us the story of New York's immigrants. Wow, this is going to be really interesting. I've never been in here before, as far as I remember, I think. So we're inside the gift shop and the ticket sales area for the museum, and it's a very, very popular museum. So what we have to do is you have to choose a different tour, kind of showcasing the lives of different immigrants throughout the centuries. Some of them are back from the 1800s, some of them are more recent. But because we're here kind of so late in the day, only a couple of these are available for right now. So I think we're gonna do Irish Outsiders, but it's a tour, it's a guided tour, I'm pretty sure. A guided tour or maybe an audio tour that's available in about 2 hours. So if we get this, we'll have to, I guess, come back in a couple hours. So we'll see. So we'll come back to that in about 2 hours or so. So now we just have to find something to do for a couple hours. Dennis wants to go get some ice cream. I don't know, I also got a mango pineapple smoothie from that Ball Cafe. Is that how you pronounce it? Ball? I don't know. I'm not very cultured when it comes to that, but so I've kind of had my fill of frozen sweet things, but we'll see what they have. Never mind. The ice cream place Dennis was looking at is closed, I suppose, so maybe it's back to Starbucks. Maybe not. Maybe we'll come back to that in a little bit. Dennis has a very specific kind of ice cream that he wants to get, apparently, and it's a few blocks in this direction. Look at all the old architectural buildings over here with all the fire escapes. That's so cool. All right, it looks like this is the place. This is gonna be interesting. It has that kind of like spiraled ice cream kind of vibe to it. All right, I could get behind this. Oh, they're already inside. Okay. So this place is really cool because they have 10 different options that you can choose from as a base for your ice cream, for your rolled ice cream, and then you can choose unlimited toppings to go on your ice cream. And he's making mine right now over here. That's so cool. So that's mine right there, and this is the rest of the family's over here. I got the number 2, the Strawberry Fields. My dad got number 3, Summer Lovin'. Dennis got the number 7, the Timey. And then my mom got number 8, the Black Beauty. So there's the Summer Lovin'. This is the Black Beauty. Dennis is Timey, I believe. And then this is my Strawberry Fields. What do you think? Do they look good?
Yep.
Dennis is super excited.
Cheese, look at me, Dennis.
Does everybody think? Is it good?
Good.
They like it.
Yummy.
That was very, very good. Very cold for a cold day, but very refreshing nonetheless. All right, so we just finished our ice cream, which was very, very good. I didn't expect to eat all my ice cream, and I did, but now we're heading back to the Tenement Museum. We have 2 different tours. I'll show you in just a second what I mean. All right, so we are back in the Tenement Museum. These are the tours that we were looking at earlier, and these are the ones that we ended up going with. I think they had a minimal amount of tours left for the day, so we got 2 for Irish Outsiders and 2 for sweatshop workers. So sweatshop workers, they're both an hour-long tour. This one says, meet 2 families who made their living on the turn-of-the-century garment trade, discovering how they wove together work, family, culture, and religion. And then Irish Outsiders explore discrimination, cultural pride, and identity through the story of the Moore family and visit their recreated 1869 home inside 97 Orchard Street. So that's what we're going to be doing. I don't know how we're going to split this up, who's going on what tour, but I don't think any photography or videography is allowed on these tours. So I'll be putting up the camera and just enjoying it. So I'll see you in just a little bit. Are you excited, Dennis? You are excited? Nice. All right, so we're heading inside this building. I'm with my dad, and Dennis and my mom are going on a different tour. This is really exciting. No filming inside, but we could film outside. So see you guys after the tour in about an hour. So we just finished our tour right there. We just came down those stairs. Did you have fun, Dad?
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was super interesting. Now we have to go rendezvous with Dennis and Mom. I think we're probably inside the gift shop right around the corner. So we're back in the gift shop, and we're waiting on the group that Dennis and my mom were in, and I'm just kind of checking out all of the interesting stuff that they have here for sale in this gift shop. A lot of it is very relevant to the museum itself, but then a lot of stuff is specific to like New York City. They have Good Night New York City here, which I read, and that was fun. There's a fun little book that's like interactive for small kids right there. Something I saw earlier before the tour that I wanted to show off, but our tour started before I could, is this little journal book right here, which is really, really interesting because it's for you and your child if you have a child. And what you do is for 3 years, every single day, you have a conversation with your child where you ask them just interesting little questions. So you put like 2019, 2020, 2021 or so, and then just every day you'd ask them just very simple little questions. And I think that's a really, really fun little cute idea. And this has nothing to do with the museum or New York at all, but I just thought it was very, very interesting. Just asking your child just something between how was your day today to what makes you smile to what's your favorite food and where do you like to eat it, and just seeing how that progresses over 3 or so years. If I had a kid, I'd get that. All right, so my mom and Dennis are done with their tour, and I'm trying to decide if I should get this chicken purse because I think this kind of represents my experience here today the most accurately. Probably New York in general, but I don't know, I'll think about it. So guys, you went on a different tour. Can you give me like a quick rundown on what you did and what you thought?
Well, we learned they had 4 toilets for 22 families for the building, which is probably like 100 people. Which is, you know, pretty crazy by our modern standards, but apparently that was above and beyond what was required of the landlord back then. They only needed 1 toilet, apparently.
Interesting. Well, let me kind of preempt this with the fact that we both went into the same building. I think we went to
toilets.
No, I was trying to get to the meat and the bones of the entire experience, and you're talking about toilets.
That really impressed Dennis.
I know, right? So we went into the same building. I think you guys went a floor above us or so,
Yeah,
and we each learned about a different family. We learned about 2 different Jewish families that were seamstresses, or they had their job occupation in the building, and one of them made like dresses and stuff, and we learned about how they kind of made that work through the early 1900s with their families and how many people that they lived with, and the I guess the different kinds of prejudices that would be relevant to families at the time like that, and how they kind of got through that and how they lived through those times. And I think you learned about
Our family, we had 2, one Irish family that lived, when they first moved in here, it was pretty much an all German community at the time, and the hardships they went through, how the Irish were looked down on back then as being kind of violent, disorderly, disruptive, and the women were typically domestic workers.
Right.
They knew how to cook, and so they came over from Ireland because of the hunger, potato famine. They're starving. So they came over and they had 3 children, and they eventually moved to another location, but they had 8 children total, and 4 of the 8 died. So they had like a 50% mortality rate just in their one family. So that was kind of scary to me.
At least they had a lot of toilets though, right, Dennis? And we each had an hour-long tour, and it was a lot of fun, and I would recommend coming to the Tenement House if you were in the New York area and you had an hour to kill.
I feel like it's especially good if you have kids.
Really?
Yeah, the information is very accessible, I thought.
It's very easy to understand.
All right, heading back down into the subway to catch a train to head back to our hotel. I didn't want to get too in-depth into the reviews of our experiences because it was a lot of information to process and articulate, but we did have an incredible time, and we learned a lot about cultural differences and representations and discriminations and prejudices that were definitely very much alive here back in the turn of the century. Our train is here, so we're gonna hop on this. Dennis, do we have to take a connecting train at all?
Okay.
Do we have to take a connecting train at all? Really?
Yeah.
Well,
If this works.
if this works. All right. We've had luck the majority of times, so we've taken the train, so hopefully we get back to the hotel, rendezvous with Travis and Christine. I can charge my phone because it died again, of course, and then we can do some stuff later on tonight. So Dennis said we weren't going to transfer trains, but we actually are going to transfer trains. We're going to hop on a different line, so we have to walk a little bit less to make it back to our hotel. We could have taken the train all the way down to 57th, which is what our hotel is on, but we would have had to walk a few blocks, so instead of doing that, we're just going to hop on a different train and then take that pretty much all the way directly to our hotel. All right, just get off of this train right here. Now we're heading up to 57th Street and then back to our hotel. Hopefully it's not raining or anything. Hopefully that's gonna be done for the day. Hopefully it just kind of heats up a little bit and it gets sunnier the longer that we're here this trip, because again, I only brought shorts and t-shirts of which I'm aware that I'm dumb for doing, but I did it.
At least it's not raining.
It's not raining and the sun is finally going down. This is Carnegie Hall once again, which we'll be performing in a couple days. And then there's our hotel right there, all scaffoldinged up. No idea if that is the right verbiage for that, but that's what I said. Park Central Hotel, right next to Central Park. How hilarious they would name a hotel next to Central Park, Park Central, right? This is cool. There's a band in the lounge over there. This is the lobby of our hotel room. We just met up with Travis and Christine. They're right out there. We're gonna go to dinner. We're gonna go to 2 places for dinner, apparently. So I'm pretty excited for that. And it is raining again. Yay, rain! So I just made myself a New York purchase. I bought myself a little tiny umbrella. $5 at one of the little roadside vendors. I think it's a pretty good deal, only $5. So of course it kind of starts to let up raining after I bought the umbrella.
Ray, of course, bought a small umbrella just to get me to be closer to him.
Can you blame me? Look at him, he's adorable. Okay, so we don't know where we're going. We're just kind of following Travis. He said he had kind of a surprise place for us, so I'm excited about that. I'm also wearing my jacket again because it's kind of cold and rainy. Should have been wearing this all day, honestly. It was uncomfortable. So right now we're passing by the plaza, which I'm pretty sure they've filmed things here, like Home Alone 2. Right across the street is Central Park again, and it also picked up again in terms of the weather, which kind of stinks. Correction, we're not passing by the plaza, we are eating at the plaza. We're heading in here for some dinner. Part of our dinner, I think, apparently, is what Travis said. So we came down the stairs over there and we stopped off at this place called Luke's, which apparently has a lot of lobster, crab, and shrimp combos. And I think we got 3 of these lobster combos to split, which comes with chowder, I believe it was clam chowder, and lobster rolls, and a couple different drinks. Now we're waiting down here for that, and we're gonna split this and then go somewhere else. But this is really cool where we ended up. We're just kind of like underneath the Plaza restaurant. This is awesome. Or we're underneath the Plaza Hotel, sorry. They also have sushi here and wine and chocolates. Hi, Dennis.
And Dennis.
So I think we're gonna split this. Look at how delicious this looks. This is incredible. So we're gonna split this. We're gonna split this clam chowder, split these crackers, and then we got this. Wait, is this what we got? Okay, we got blueberry lemonade. All right, you ready, Dennis? Yep. Cheers. That is so good. Wow.
Yeah, that's going extinct.
I've only ever had this off of like a really cheap hot dog bun. This roll's really good, and they stuffed it with lobster. All right, we're back on the street. We just had a delicious lobster dinner. Checking out the outside facade of the plaza here. It says residents only, so I don't think we can go inside to look at it, but we are on to our next, I guess, stop, which is where Travis is taking us right now. All right, so we've pretty much been coming from this direction all the way down. If we keep going this way, we'll hit Radio City right there, and then the Rockefeller Center is right around the corner. But before we go over there, we're gonna have our second dinner technically over here at this halal place. Apparently Travis says that it is one of the just the best places in New York just to get some halal and some food in general, just right out of this little cart. All right, so we are currently adding all of the sauces on our halal here. I think we got a beef gyro, I think. I'm not actually sure. Travis just kind of ordered this for us to split. You hungry, Mama?
Yeah, well, not that hungry. So you're not eating anything? So can Dad and I and you all split this?
I'm good with that. I think I totally pronounced that wrong. I think it's a gyro. And we got falafel with it too, so beef gyro with falafel and a lot of white sauce and maybe some red sauce too. So we're gonna go down the sidewalk over here to Radio City. I think my dad's heading back to the hotel because he's kind of had a lot of walking today, so he's gonna meet us back at the hotel. All right, we made it. There's Radio City. There's one side of it right over here, and there's another side of it right down there. We're heading this way, I think, to head towards the Rockefeller Center. At least I'm pretty sure we are. What was that? Were you trying to get a good angle of a picture?
Yeah, that's the fadeaway shot.
The what shot? Let me see. Can I see it? That's a pretty good shot right there. We're taking pictures in front of Radio City, of course, here, because how can you not? Woo!
Auditioning for the Rockettes.
For the Rockettes? I'll call you.
Oh, is that where the Rockettes perform?
Yeah. We just crossed the street right over there, and here's the Comcast building. Wow. That is so cool. And then right behind is this area, which is usually for ice skating, but I think it's all covered up right now because it is a little bit too warm to ice skate. I guess we're gonna go inside because I think my mom needs to go to the restroom, so this is kind of exciting. Does this door? It does spin. Ooh. This is exciting, even if we're only here for the restroom. So we're taking in all the incredible detail and architecture up here of this mural, and Travis had some interesting facts you wanted to drop on me, right, Travis?
I did. So this building was made by the Rockefellers, which is one of the richest families in America, and they hired one of the most famous painters of the time, Rivera, to paint the mural for the entrance to the building. And I think it was right here that he painted one of the most recognizable, beautiful murals ever. But there was a problem with it. In the very middle of the mural, it had a giant picture of Lenin. And it was basically glorifying Lenin and like communism.
Oh.
And so they paid him, of course, but then they like fired him, and they hired somebody else to be like, hey, like this giant capitalist building, we probably shouldn't have like a monument to communism in the middle.
Really? It's an allegory of the working man. It's supposed to be that, right?
Yeah, they kept the original like kind of feeling, but they toned it down a lot to make it relevant for like capitalism, basically.
That's really cool. All right, so we're heading around the corner here because right in front of us, I believe, my umbrella won't cooperate or behave. I think that's the facade for the Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. I'm pretty sure. If it's not, I just told everybody to come over here for no reason. So that's not the Tonight Show marquee. I thought it was, but it's not. So now I'm kind of on a personal mission to try to find it because I really want to see it. We came all the way over here and that's what I really wanted to see. So Travis and Christina are hanging out. My mom and Dennis went back to go take a selfie in front of the Rockefeller Center. So I'm just trying to find this marquee, and I just want to take a picture with it. Yes, I turned to the corner and lo and behold, here it is. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. I found it. Of course, it's right next to Radio City, right there. Wow, this is great. Home of America's favorite late night show, Saturday Night Live. Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Late Night with Seth Meyers. Can I go inside? I think I can go inside. Let me see here. I'm all by myself right now, so I have to kind of navigate where I am and where I want to go. Wow. The resemblance right now to Universal's ride is actually very, very similar. This is cool. I don't want to explore too much by myself without the rest of the group, but they have a Tonight Shop in here. It's really cool with a lot of Tonight Show merchandise and NBC stuff. And then just this area, mainly just this floor in here is just so reminiscent of what it's like at Universal Studios. I did it. I found the Tonight Show marquee. I'm so happy. And then real quick right outside is this. This is really, really cool. Wow. Alright, I should probably go rendezvous with the rest of the family before they think I abandoned them. So I went around the corner to meet up with the family, and turns out we were coming this way anyway. So goodbye, Jimmy Fallon. Sign. I'll see you later at Universal Studios. And, okay, I have to kind of meet up with the rest of the family over here because they kind of walked in front of me. I swear at this point that food is probably so cold because we haven't even eaten it yet. Our dad got back to the hotel and he's probably eaten his, and then he sent me a text that he's also had some wine, so I'm jealous. There's Times Square all the way down there. I'm utilizing my umbrella as like a little pointer.
You got my umbrella.
I think we're going this way now, presumably. Alright, we did it. We made it back to the hotel. There's Carnegie over there. I think I bought this and I used it like twice, but it's actually pretty good for a $5 umbrella. It feels very durable. I like this little hook on the side here. It feels pretty cool. Thank you. Back inside the lobby. Finally gonna eat our dinner. Alright, so we made it back to our hotel room. This is my Halal Brothers Euro, I guess. And I'm gonna be eating this here in just a second. Well, I'll take a bite, why not? But I think we're done for the night, pretty much. It's about 10:30 right now. which is pretty late, dude. Wow. Oh, that's kind of spicy. That's really good though. Oh, jeez, that's spicy. I should have stirred that up a little bit. You enjoying it, Dennis?
I haven't tried it yet.
I hope you enjoy it. So that was our day, our second day in New York City. It's getting kind of hard to talk. Oh no, that spice is getting to me. Today was a really, really cool day. You liked it? I think the surprise was getting to go to the tenement house, right? The Tenement Museum. The tenement house. It was, even though we got to do two separate experiences, it was just really cool to see how immigrants lived in the early 1900s and how they adapted to
mid-1800s
prejudices and whatnot. One thing that our tour guide, I guess, said to us that I thought was really interesting, that kind of resonated with me, is she said history, some word for word, this is kind of paraphrasing, she said history isn't in the past, history is happening right now. So the conditions that these immigrants, that these people dealt with at the time, people are still going through it right now. The fact of the matter is that we just exported it and then we put a curtain over it. So it's something that's, I guess, ignorant to us, but it's stuff that's still happening. It's not stuff that's completely, even things like the gender wage gap, just those kinds of things that just brought on hardships from the past are still happening right now, as well as, you know, immigrant prejudices and stuff. I just thought it was really, really cool, and it was such a surprise. We almost didn't do it because of our time schedule today, because we showed up and they only had tours for like 2 hours from when we first showed up. But we just hung out, we got some ice cream, we still did it. It was great. We had it, I can't even remember just like what we did today. Today was just a lot of just kind of walking around and just taking in some sights and visiting a lot of notable places around New York, as well as the rehearsal that started our day this morning that we're actually going to be doing again tomorrow. So tomorrow is another like rehearsal day, then kind of like a free day to kind of explore around New York. Tomorrow, though, I'm pretty sure Christine's parents are getting here, and we're going to be going to Chinatown. I think that's what it's called, or the Chinese district of New York. So I'm excited for that. We're going to be going to a few food places over there, maybe make our way over to like the Brooklyn Bridge or something like that. But as for today, pretty good day, right, Dennis? Mm-hmm. Even with the rain and the cold, which I'm still very upset about, that I didn't pack a jacket to New York City, and I'm cold and wet every day, but I'll get through it. I'm having a good time regardless. So see you tomorrow. Goodbye.